Warning: the show you are about to watch is for comedic purposes only. We strive to entertain and make you laugh. We strive to keep things family friendly and keep it at a PG-13 rating. The show itself covers news topics that you probably don't see every day, pop culture, TV shows, movies, video games, and a redneck. If we make you laugh just once, then we're doing our jobs. If you get offended in any way whatsoever, go cry to your mom because these two military veterans don't want to hear about it. So sit back, relax, join in on the shenanigans, and enjoy the show. Broadcasting straight to you from the good old interwebs on Accidental Punch TV, it's The Sully Show. Starring JT Hollis and the not-so-mastermind of the entire program, Sully. Join us in our viewer chat. And now, here's Sully. Hello, everybody. It's Tuesday, and for some reason, my camera is not the right way. I don't know why. It just isn't. And I think I pushed the button that blew stuff up. TikTok was able to see me, but apparently not anybody else. With me today, as always, is my friend, my redneck brother from another mother. You know him as the Toothless Wonder himself, whose camera for some reason is not on, even though I told him, hey, your camera's not on. It's JT Hollis. Hi, JT. How are you, sir?
Oh my God, dude. I'm okay. How about you?
Well, now that your camera is on, I would say not too bad.
Right. So, you know what? I never heard you say that it wasn't on.
I typed it. I sent it to you. I'm like,
well,
yo.
no wonder I didn't have my chat open.
Well, that would explain it.
The only time I have that chat open is on Mondays.
You should have it open on Tuesdays, too.
Why? We usually talk.
That's true. We talk, we say hello and all of that good stuff to everybody all over the country. And
folks, here's something crazy.
Yeah.
We barely ever do him and I actually sit down and try to
plan out the show.
Talk our way through how we're going to do things at the beginning of the show.
It's true. We did today.
We have so much shit on this prep sheet. Guys, we had to add extra lines to the prep sheet to get all the freaking stories that we wanted to talk about today on there.
It is true. And again, JT and I usually wing it. So the fact that we went over things is crazy. I want to say hey to Mr. Bunky, who's watching on TikTok at the moment. Hello. I'm sure he'll be coming in shortly to see how we're doing in our Twitch chat. You're more than welcome to come on in and have some fun with us. Speaking of, why are all my camera angles messed up?
I don't know.
Your whole camera just shifted, and I'm like, what is going on here? Like, seriously, you know what I think it is? Discord updated. And I think it shifted the layout.
Very well could be. Very well could be.
Which is weird. Because
Nakia says that she saw the extra line on the prep sheet and got confused.
Well, no need to be confused anymore, okay?
Nope. Now you know.
Now you know, and knowing is half the battle, Okay.
Yes, it is. The other half of the battle is knowing all the punchers that we have in the chat room right now.
Yeah.
Got a great group sitting there just waiting to see how terrible the show turns out.
Oh, it's going to be something, that's for sure. I want to thank Mr. Bunky for sending me the Tiny Diny on TikTok. Thank you, sir. Spread the word. Share it with your friends, folks. Share it with your friends. Want to also say hi to Tanya McKinney. Hello, Tanya. How are you? Thank you for sharing a lot of those cool new content creators with me. I appreciate it. So, yes. JT, please continue.
Okay, so yeah, we got a great group in the chat room tonight. Of course, our favorite member of the Sully Show crew, because there's only 3 of us and we can't be favorites. The one and only Lady Death, a.k.a. Nakaya. She was first in the chat room tonight, following right behind her. I mean, I think she had a leash on him.
Yeah.
The master of useless information, the one and only Big Tank, is with us as well. The messy one himself is in the chat room tonight.
Yep.
As well as his much, much better half, Miss Vera Lynn.
Indeed.
And Viking Brewer is here as well. Great to have him along. And he asked the same question I did, or started to ask. Mm-hmm. A tiny what?
A tiny diny. It's basically a little tiny dinosaur.
Okay.
Yeah.
Speaking of dinosaurs,
we'll get into that.
you got to do your spiel first. So
oh yeah,
get on it, man. Get on it.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be.
By the way, folks, JT's playing the slave driver tonight.
Who?
I'm playing the slave driver tonight, just to try to get all this stuff in here.
Yeah. And yeah, oh yeah, like so let's continue.
Yeah, probably a bad choice of words there, but you know what?
Just a little.
It is what it is. Let's roll.
Let's do it. Let's do it. So obviously we want to say hi to everybody. Thanks for tuning in tonight on Twitch, Kick, D Live, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok. Hello everybody. Before we get down to the nitty gritty, I don't remember if I actually mentioned this last week, and we're going to do this really quick. I've already shown a couple of people. I'm not going to show the video here on the show tonight, but the video is actually getting posted to TikTok shortly while we're live, because I can do that. James Johnston, country singer out of Australia. I know, weird, but hey, it works. We have Australian country singers here in this country. Get over it, folks. He wrote a song called Raised Like That. And the other day, I had gotten numerous messages from people that dance at the Cadillac Ranch, sending me a video of James Johnston saying, hey, I just found out that people line dance to my song. If you're a line dancer, send me video of you doing said line dance. So I took it upon myself to go, challenge accepted.
I actually said that in the video.
I did. I actually, so I took his video and I cut it down to like the last 15, 20 seconds of his actual video saying, you know, send it to us. I want to know where you're from. So, this past Saturday was DJing and I went, challenge accepted. Let's do this. Brought my GoPro, had my camera, got a couple of other people to take video for me. All people who go at the ranch, and I played Raised Like That. We had a packed dance floor for the dance. Some of the dancers are actually watching via TikTok right now. So hello, Krista. Nice to see you. We also have Meg just joined in. They're all liking the live, sharing the live. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. And I took the video. I think I had 4 different camera angles and cut it all up into a 3-minute, 45-second-ish video. Threw it up on YouTube. It is there. I'll share it on Facebook and Instagram and all that other good stuff a little bit later tonight, because clearly doing the show, hard to do. But I posted it on TikTok last night. And I went in and I tagged everybody who helped me with this on TikTok. TikTok muted it within seconds because apparently, you cannot have more than 1 minute of audio from a song by said artist with said artist tagged as a long-term video. You cannot go over 1 minute.
Bullshit.
And I went, what? What? So, Krista says, even though said artist asked for the video? Yes, even though said artist asked for the video. Obviously, I will send him the full YouTube video of us, taking the video, everybody doing the dancing and everything like that with the titles. But just before we went live, I did break it down to about a minute where I still have his speech and me saying, challenge accepted. So I did break it down where enough of the dancers are there to show everybody dancing to the song. And honestly, it came out great. I just had to cut a few things and all that good stuff. So it had to happen. It sucks, but I will say, if you're not tagged and you are at the Cadillac Ranch on Saturday, please make sure to share it with your friends that were there, that were dancing. I don't know everybody. I can't remember everybody. That's like me trying to remember what I did yesterday.
At least you can remember that. I don't remember what I did this morning.
Yeah, no, you know what? I don't even remember that. The day was one of those days.
Yep.
It was one of those days. And man, let me tell you, while I was working, this guy right here, my right-hand man.
Who? Me?
You.
Me?
The toothless wonder himself.
Yeah, buddy.
Threw a wrench in the cog on things. But we're going to get to that because let me tell you, no joke, when JT says we have a full prep sheet, we added stuff. And I mean added stuff.
We actually removed stories that were already there, which were new because we used all of them last week.
Yep.
We removed new stories to put other stories in their place.
Oh, yeah.
We could have had like 10 different stories to talk about tonight.
It was crazy. And one of which, and again, Lady Death does a fantastic job doing the show prep for the show. So obviously, I thank her every chance I get. Want to thank Sammy for subscribing on Twitch for 66 straight months. He's still not as close as Lady Death is because she is our longest subscriber, which is awesome. But before we get into everything...
70 months.
What?
70 months for Nikaya.
70 months. Woo.
Yes, and also I do want to say hi to Bunky because Bunky went from TikTok to the Twitch
yay!
page.
Well, thank you, sir. Sammy says those aren't straight months. You're right. You're right. They're not, and that's okay. That's okay.
That's on you.
He was unemployed for a while. Listen, life happens.
Mm-hmm.
Life happens.
Oh yeah.
Before we get into the nitty gritty, though, we do want to we got to nail this out because whoa, do we have things to talk about? First and foremost, it's time for some useless information from the book of useless information. I know I'm throwing a wrench in the cog, but we're cutting things short because JT's got the timer going.
4 minutes.
He's got the timer, and he's going to hit me with whips and chains if I don't do what he needs to do.
I broke out the wet noodle.
The wet noodle? No, thank you. So all the information that we're going to provide to you right now is from the Book of Useless Information, written by Noel Botham and the Useless Information Society. I do not make a penny off of this book. However, it would be really cool if they ever did decide to sponsor the show. You can get it wherever books are sold. This book has numerous sequels, and to be honest, It's fantastic. Last week we started TV Guide, so this is all useless information on the TV Guide. We're only going to do 3 today because we'll do 3 next week. This week's first one, no, we did 4, didn't we? Yeah, we did 4 last week because I remember the NBC Nightly News one. I think we ended with that one.
Yes.
So we'll start with the next one. Of the 6 men who made up the Three Stooges, only 3 of them were real brothers. I actually knew that. I knew that. Krista's got to go put the kiddos to bed. Thank you for joining. Once you're done, if you got time, come on back. We'll be here for at least 2 hours to help make you laugh. So
you won't regret it if you do.
So, yeah. I actually knew that of the 6 men that made up the Three Stooges, only 3 were real brothers. I knew that. There are as many as 78 scenes. 78 scenes in a single X-Files episode.
I have no problem believing that.
78 scenes. That's crazy.
Some of them were only like 2 seconds long. But they're still a scene.
A scene's a scene. Gunsmoke was the top-rated series from 1957 to 1961.
Wow.
Gunsmoke, yeah.
Nice. 4 years.
Yep.
Good run.
Oh, now this one I did not know. The characters of Bert and Ernie on Sesame Street were named after Bert the cop and Ernie the taxi driver in Frank Capra's It's a Wonderful Life.
Really?
I'm a big Jim Henson fan. I love the Muppets. I love Sesame Street. I had no idea.
Yeah, me neither. That's cool.
But it also kind of makes sense because Statler and Waldorf, well, clearly we know who they're named after. And let's see. Last but not least, we'll just finish this part of the TV Guide, and then we'll do the next one is TV Guide with Star Trek. So we'll save that for next week. Every episode of Seinfeld contains a Superman reference somewhere. Now that I actually knew. As a matter of fact, every scene in his apartment has Superman on one of the shelves.
Now, I'm not a big Seinfeld fan, but that actually makes me want to go back and watch.
You're going to go
see if that's actually a fact.
You're going to go back and look and be like, son of a bitch, there's the Superman statue. So, yes.
I won't do it, but it makes me want to.
So, yes, every episode has a reference for Superman. And that's because Jerry Seinfeld is a big Superman fan. Just saying. That, my friends, was this week's Useless Information from the Book of Useless Information, written by Noel Botham and the Useless Information Society. You can get it wherever books are sold. And we do not make a penny, but it'd be really cool if we did. Vera Lynn also says, tick, tick, boom. Trust me, we'll get there. Viking Brewer, that reminds me of how the show Psych has a pineapple in every episode. Yes, they did that for a reason. They did that for a reason. All right. Let's see.
Because they love SpongeBob.
SpongeBob SquarePants. Okay.
SpongeBob SquarePants. Sorry.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Nope. I said yep.
That means, my friends, that it is time for my favorite, Viking Brewer's favorite, and secretly Sully's favorite time of the show, because it is time for the Sully Show Dad Jokes of the Week.
Yeah. So magical.
That's right, my friends. It's time for the Sully Show Dad Jokes of the Week, and we're going things a little different tonight, and it is one person's fault.
Who's?
That person is in the chat room, and he knows who he is, even though I haven't told him.
Brewer?
Nope.
Bunky.
Nope.
Big Tank.
Only got 2 others.
Big Tank.
Yes.
Third time's the charm.
It's all Big Tank's fault because he made the mistake. No, not really a mistake. Of sending Star Wars dad jokes.
Oh, well.
In one of our group chats.
Hey, it just so happens that I am wearing a Star Wars shirt today.
Not me. I'm wearing my old Fiore Barracks.
Meg on TikTok says that you better make her laugh this time.
Good luck on that one. At least I'm honest about it.
And I want to say hi to Christina and Dale Darby, who just came in watching via TikTok. Hello. Good to see you guys. Thanks for tuning in.
Brewer says, thank goodness it wasn't me this time. And Mr. Mess says, phew, I was wondering what I may have done for a second.
Well, I mean, we did hang out Friday.
There you go. So we're going to do actually, because of Tank, we are going to go on a 99 dad joke streak of Star Wars dad jokes.
Oh, lordy lord.
Not tonight. We're only going to do 5 tonight, and then we also have Nikaya's 2.
Yeah. Mr. Bunky says, may the dad force be with you.
Yes. And I really do hope that one of these makes you laugh.
Well, bring it on. I mean, I am the Star Wars geek after all.
Or at least go, yeah. What do Imperial pilots eat for lunch?
I don't know.
Thai food.
Oh, God, no. You are not starting dad jokes off with that one.
All right, here's another one for you. Did you hear about the smugglers who were frozen in carbonite?
No, I did not.
They were hardened criminals.
I gotta hit the button and... There we go.
If the jokes don't make you laugh, his reactions will. All right. Why did the rebels take a bath after stealing the Death Star plans?
I don't know. Why?
They wanted a clean getaway.
Want to say hi to that guy, Bob. Hello, sir. You came at just a wonderful time where all hell's breaking loose with dad jokes. Star Wars edition, which I'm okay.
Star Wars dad jokes.
I'm okay.
What do you call an Ewok with no teeth?
You!
Well,
I mean, we have our own podcast.
Hairy, but come on.
But we have our own podcast, 2 Ewoks in the Park. I'm just
yes, we do.
That guy Bob says that joke stunk, by the way, the one before. So what was it? What was this one again? What do you call an Ewok?
What do you call an Ewok with no teeth?
I have no idea.
A gummy bear.
No, I don't see it because it's technically what do you call a bear with no teeth? Ewoks are not bears. I'm going to give you that one.
Technical with a dad joke. Really?
Yes, I am getting technical because it is a Star Wars dad joke.
All right. Last Star Wars one, then we got Nikaya's 2. Why are droids expensive to own?
I don't know. Why are droids expensive to own?
They charge a lot.
Had to put you down. Sorry.
You can keep trying, but man, you're a worse shot than the stormtroopers are.
Lately.
All right, the 2 from Nikaya. The 2 from Nikaya. And right, these are not Star Wars.
Impressive.
So, you know, these are not Star Wars. And Nikaya, the ones that you send me in future weeks do not have to be. Okay, just keep doing you. First one. Water is heavier than butane because butane is a lighter fluid.
Oh, God. And I don't normally do that for Nikaya's jokes. And don't get me wrong. It is true. But, yeah. That guy Bob says, excuse me, but I got a Ralph.
Hey, at least you're not potsying.
That's true.
All right, last one for tonight.
Hold on, Cass.
Kaya says, I approved it. Yes, I did.
Hold on. Cass just came in too, and she says, dad jokes on Star Wars will never go over well with you. Let's be real here.
But see, that's the thing.
There are some good ones. There are some good ones.
There were some good ones.
And Meg says she's still not laughing.
This one might get you, Meg.
All right. Bring it.
I think I saw this one posted outside the Cadillac Ranch at one time. Autopsy Club party here this Saturday. Open mic night.
Wait, say that again?
Autopsy Club party here this Saturday. Open mic night.
Okay, you got me on that one. Oh.
You know what's funny though, Sully? The fact that the ones that I have to think about for a minute to figure them out are the ones that make you laugh.
That just means I'm really sick, twisted, and demented.
I'm finally proving it to people. So there you go, folks. That was the Sully Show Dad Jokes of the Week.
Gotta love being able to do stuff like this. Hey, should I invite Leanne Rhymes Cipriani to co-host now?
Leanne Rhymes?
Yes. It
like
just
the singer.
It just popped up. Invite Leanne Rhymes Cipriani to co-host now.
Well, you do what you want to do, but
I doubt it'll happen. The last
joke said something about an autopsy.
I doubt it'll happen.
I do too. I think I have a story.
Oh?
That is possibly going to scare the crap out of you.
Out of me or you as in like everybody watching?
Both.
I'm intrigued.
Both.
I'm intrigued.
What would you say if I was to tell you that an animal that has been extinct for almost 13,000 years has been reborn?
And just so I can show everybody the face here. Okay. Have we not learned from Jurassic Park at all? That would be my reaction.
There's a lot of Game of Thrones fans in here. I know that. Mm-hmm. Do you remember the giant wolves that were in Game of Thrones?
Yes.
Those are known as dire wolves, D-I-R-E. They have been extinct for just short of 13,000 years.
Huh.
Until just recently, where there are now 2 dire wolves alive on Earth in the United States.
Interesting. That guy Bob says he's never seen Game of Thrones. That's okay. It's okay.
Well, imagine a wolf and then triple it in size. That's about what a dire wolf would be. And here's the fun part. We have video.
Yeah. That for some reason is not popping up.
They talked about this on the Today Show today.
All right.
And the first thing I did was look at Kay and go, oh boy.
Oh boy. Also known as all hell gonna break loose.
Yeah. I mean, AI is on its way to, ruling the world.
That true. You're not wrong. Not wrong.
And now we have the modern day true version of Jurassic Park.
Well, let's take a look, shall we? Might up if I turn the volume
1,000 years after the last dire wolf walked the earth, scientists say they've now brought them back. Here's our chief national correspondent Matt Gupman with the video tonight.
Tonight, a howl 13,000 years in the making. In a first for science, biotech company Colossal Biosciences says it brought the extinct direwolf back to life.
Can't we, bring back something more peaceful like the dodo bird?
Oh, just wait.
Crap.
Species that hasn't walked the earth since the Stone Age.
The direwolf is the first de-extinct species.
Well known from HBO's hit show Game of Thrones, ABC News given exclusive access into Colossal's lab in Dallas, where scientists are using genes from gray wolves to create dire wolves.
Now, listen. Cute and adorable little puppies. Not gonna lie.
Beautiful puppies. Would love to have one.
But I stress again. Have we not learned anything from fiction?
I can answer that question. No.
Let's go.
But let's
We've
continue.
taken a gray wolf genome, a gray wolf cell, which is already genetically 99.5% identical to dire wolves, and we've edited those cells at multiple places in its DNA sequence to contain the dire wolf version of the DNA. That animal looks like a dire wolf, it will behave like a dire wolf, and it is a dire wolf.
Now,
I don't know how this is a good thing. I mean, don't get me wrong. Scientifically, yeah, this is a great thing. Okay. Lady Death says she needs one. Viking Brewer even says they're bringing back the dodo bird too.
And something else.
Oh, God help us.
Continue.
now 7 months old, dire wolves Romulus and Remus eating well and getting big.
Okay, the fact that they named it Romulus and Remus is not just from Game of Thrones. It's also from Star Trek and also, from history.
But this was specifically Game of Thrones oriented when they gave them the names.
I call bullshit because they don't really know where it comes from.
Bigger every day. And David, the company tells us they're not stopping there. They plan to have woolly mammoths roaming the earth again by 2028. But critics argue that this de-extinction could harm fragile ecosystems. David?
Yeah, the images are really something, Matt. Thank you.
Here's the thing. The DNA that they got,
Yes.
they got from a dire wolf tooth
Okay.
and a dire wolf skull.
Okay. Which clearly has a lot of DNA in it.
Mm-hmm. And they set the one here and they set the other here, and the one where they didn't match, they took the dire wolf and put it in there and took the gray wolf part out.
Now,
It's like Jurassic Park.
just like Jurassic Park. Now, Meg on
Just like
TikTok
Jurassic Park.
says, I heard about that, and someone was talking about breeding a husky with it. Don't.
The dire wolf would kill the husky if it tried to breed with it.
Don't.
That'd be like a great day. No, that would be like a Malamute breeding with a Chihuahua.
Now, don't get me wrong. These type of things, and scientifically, yes, breakthrough. We've already seen that with Dolly the sheep years ago because, Dolly was the first cloned animal.
Right.
There are a lot of pros with this, and there's a lot of cons with this. The first con, and I'm not talking con. No. I'm talking con as in C-O-N. You are playing God. Playing God. Now, don't get me wrong. Do I think it's cool? Yes.
Well, and think about the huge stink that everybody put up when they did the sheep.
How dare you, sir?
I mean, people went bonkers.
Oh, they went ape shit.
When they did that.
They went ape shit.
Yeah, big time. But yeah, so, you know, obviously, just like nobody listens to our public service announcement about not posting your stupid crimes on
Yeah.
the internet, they did not learn the lesson from all six
Soon
of
to
the
be
Jurassic
7.
Park movies.
Soon to be 7.
Soon to be 7.
The other thing is, and just because I looked this up, Dolly the sheep is currently in the National Museum of Scotland.
Really?
Yes. On exhibit.
Cool.
Yeah. Died by euthanasia.
So they put it to sleep.
Yeah.
Died by naturally unnatural causes.
No. Well, a little bit of both. Progressive lung disease and severe arthritis.
Well, and here's the thing, okay? They say that the two dire wolves are on a 2,000-acre plot of land that is 100% secure all the way around and are monitored constantly.
So here's my question. And I think this is an actually very good question to ask.
Agreed.
They have gone in and they have altered the DNA of these wolves to be dire wolves.
Correct.
If that's the case with a dire wolf, how big can the dire wolf get? It's number one.
Good question.
Number two, the reason I ask this is because what if, and then again, this is a big what if, a hypothetical, if you will. They accidentally change something in their DNA that makes them grow bigger than what they're supposed to be. And let's just say, hypothetically, they grow to their environment. You know how lizards can grow to their environment? Snakes grow to their environment.
Learn how to adapt.
Iguanas can be really big. Snakes can be really big. What if, by some strange reason, they accidentally tweaked the wrong piece of DNA and those wolves are huge? And I'm not talking like taller than me huge. I'm talking bigger.
Woolly mammoth size?
Sure. Well, you know what? We'll just use that as a good example.
Right.
They're going to bite your head off.
Yeah. Well,
without
here's
even
some
thinking about
stats for you. Okay.
Yep.
Dire wolves are were about 25% larger than a modern gray wolf.
Yes.
So, size wise, shoulder height, right around 3.5 feet. Maybe a little bit bigger.
First, before you go on, that guy Bob says, "Remember Deep Blue Sea?" and without missing a beat in Twitch, Lady Death, but that could never happen. It is, after all, strictly controlled.
Mm-hmm.
Allow me to introduce you to the strictly controlled situation that happened on a certain little island that had, I don't know, dinosaurs on it.
Well, and let us also introduce you to Murphy's Law.
Yes,
But anyway, back to the size. Shoulder height about 3.5 feet, between 3.5 and 4 foot. Body length, 6 feet.
Whoa.
Weight, on an average,
that's big.
150 pounds.
Yikes.
There you go.
You didn't say the magic word.
Please! God damn it! I hate this hacker crap.
And thus the world ends.
I mean, I have the feeling that, this is not going to turn out the way that they think it is.
Oh, it's something.
That could be all rumors.
True, very
Speaking
true.
of rumors.
And again, it's a cautionary thing here because
it's too late to be a cautionary tale.
It really is. Meg says, what happens when they escape? What happens when they start breeding with other animals? What happens when their way of life, which they have absolutely no idea what it's like, to go out and hunt?
But, okay, here's the thing.
There.
Remember, they mixed it with gray wolf. Gray wolf instinct knows how to do all that.
Well, most canine species, that is their instinct.
Yes.
But it gets interrupted when they're hand-fed, bottle-fed, all that stuff. They're never taught to actually hunt. And in this case,
raise them with gray wolves. You never know.
In this case, they don't plan to release them, so
and all Brewer wants to know is when I get to boop him on the nose. But we're talking, the all the stuff that could happen is nothing but rumors.
Yes, and that's okay.
I found a group of people that don't like a certain rumor, and Sully, it's somebody that you love.
I'm intrigued.
The cast of Goonies.
Wait a minute. What don't they like?
Offended Goonies cast slams huge rumor about the cult classic as it reunites 40 years later.
I'm intrigued. Tell me.
The cast of Goonies shut down a long-standing rumor about the 1985 adventure comedy as they reunited at AwesomeCon in Washington on Saturday. Sean Astin, Corey Feldman, Martha Plimpton, Kerry Green, Robert Davi, and Joe Pantoliano. I got that one right.
The kids and the Fratellis.
Participated in a panel discussion ahead of the film's 40th anniversary and denied that they saw One-Eyed Willie's pirate ship for the first time on camera.
Really?
Quote, I was sort of offended that they had that idea, that they wouldn't let the kids see the pirate ship so that they could capture their real reaction, said Aston. Like what? We don't know how to do real? We did real reactions all the time.
Right. I mean, they're acting, so I get it.
And see, Aston continued, but I remember wanting to perform in such a way because I had a sneak peek of it. So I wanted to perform in a way that really made them think that they had captured the honest reactions. So they would, for 40 years, be like, oh, we got the kids to do this thing right.
Well, I mean, yeah. Because last I checked, it was only one take that they did that on.
When Pantoliano, 73, asked his former co-star, how many takes of your reaction did they do? Plimpton responded, 1. That's all they needed, baby.
Yeah. I mean, really, that if you think about it.
So they shut that rumor down. I thought you would find that interesting. Can
How did he get out? Save him!
I gotta get that. It's just a regular button. Hey, you guys.
right?
Love me the Goonies. Wait, that reminds me. I forgot. Today is also a very special day.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's a very special day. It just like popped in my head that it's a special day. Now, most people won't know.
How special is it?
It's very special. Very special to the fact that if you're having a bad day, you should really take some advice. A really good advice, too, by the way. And yes, I will play that good advice. Do you know why I'm going to play that good advice? JP, do you know?
No.
No? You don't know?
No. No.
Well, sir, allow me the opportunity to just play this advice for you, because in all honesty, I think everybody needs to be a part of this advice.
Okay.
Especially for today. Can't dwell on things. We just can't. Because if you do, it's not going to be good. And here we go. Here's the advice that I'm talking about.
Oh, we mustn't dwell.
No, we mustn't.
No, not today.
No, not today.
We can't.
We can't.
Not on Rex Manning Day.
I heard you on the wireless back in 52.
That's right. It's Rex Manning Day. So happy Rex Manning Day, everybody. Now, JT's looking at me like, what the freaking hell is Rex Manning Day?
Pretty much.
Well, sir, I think you should watch Empire Records, because
Never gonna
today,
happen.
April 8th, is actually Rex Manning Day.
It's never going to happen.
And no, actually, it's a good movie. You'll like it.
I'll miss out on the Rex Manning thing and just act like I know what you're talking about.
It's a really good film, though. Cult classic.
Okay.
Good music, too. Takes place in a record store. How can you go wrong? You're a music guy.
Yeah.
It's good music, too. Really good music.
I've seen bits of it and just yeah.
Oh, you got to watch the whole thing. It's awesome. It's awesome. But anyway, I needed to do that because we kind of have to dwell on some things. And Nakaya, go watch it. Watch it. If there's one thing that I can say about certain movies, this is one of those movies that obviously you should never touch. You should never remake. It is that good. The writing is great. The one-liners are amazing. And it's funny. But it's not like a slapstick, I'm going to shove every joke down your throat and once funny. It is just a funny movie. It's a feel-good movie. Unfortunately, it didn't do well in the theaters due to James Bond. James Bond just, crippled it, which happens. But Empire Records...
You made the comment that they shouldn't. This was something they should never touch.
Yeah, never
right?
remake this movie.
Okay. I have something else that you should never touch.
Like what?
Oh, just a little island in the Indian Ocean. And
I heard about this.
A YouTuber ended up in jail because of it. Now, I mentioned our public service message that we put out all the time. If you're going to do something stupid, don't record it. If you do something stupid, don't put it on multimedia.
Yes.
Don't put it on the internet. Media. Well, another one who didn't listen. There's an American YouTuber who left a Diet Coke can for a reclusive tribe on an island in India who has now been arrested.
Oh, God help us. This is why we can't have nice things.
And Sully, there's video.
Oh, yay. I'm going to pull this video up right now and get it all primed and ready to go, because why not?
Yeah, and just so that you can have a nice little clip that for tonight, I'm going to try to say this guy's name.
Oh, boy. Go for it. I want to hear it. I've got my button ready.
Mikhailo Viktorovich Polyakov. I'm just going to call him Mike Polly.
Try again. Mikhailo.
Mikhailo Viktorovich Polyakov from Scottsdale, Arizona.
Viktorovich. Try again. Viktorovich. Like Victor? Vich. Viktorovich.
Whatever you say. But anyway, I don't give a flying
Viktorovich.
about his name.
Mr. Mess says, are you having a stroke?
No, I'm okay. He was arrested on March 31st, 2 days after he set foot on the restricted territory of North Sentinel Island. Or Sentinel Island, sorry.
Jesus
Part of
Christ!
India's Andaman and Nicobar Islands in a bid to meet people from the reclusive Sentinelese tribe.
I'm going to slap the stupid out of you, boy.
He's lucky he
I'm
didn't
doing
get
good.
killed.
See, here's the thing. Visitors are banned from traveling within 3 miles of the island.
Okay, makes sense.
The population on the island have been isolated from the rest of the world for thousands of years.
Aren't they
The
like...
inhabitants use spears and bow and arrows to hunt the animals that roam the small, heavily forested island. Deeply suspicious of outsiders, they attack anyone who lands on their beaches. In 2018, an American missionary who landed illegally on the beach was killed by them.
I was about to say, didn't we cover this island before?
I think we did. I think we talked about this
Yeah.
specific incident. And they apparently shot him with arrows and then buried his body on the beach.
Whoops.
In 2006, they killed 2 fishermen who had accidentally landed on the shore.
It's like they're just waiting in the trees.
Mm-hmm.
It
Well, if that
really
was the
is.
case, he wouldn't have been able to put a coconut in a Diet Coke can on the sand. But go ahead and play the video if you have that ready. Sure.
I do have it ready. Let's do this.
All right, an American YouTuber under arrest in India after visiting a remote island that is off limits to visitors. Mikhailo Polyakov from Arizona was arrested back in March. Police say the 24-year-old recorded himself leaving a can of Diet Coke on North Sentinel Island in an attempt to make contact with the tribe that lives there. The Sentinelese tribe, which is known for killing outsiders, has been isolated from the rest of the world for thousands of years. Polyakov is set to appear in court next week. He faces up to 5 years in prison. All right, an American...
I do have a reply to that. And to be honest, I think it's a good one. Just saying.
Okay.
Just saying.
But Sully,
He deserves it.
Sully, would you believe me if I told you that I found somebody even dumber?
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, because
Okay. I
we
want to
find a lot of
modify the
dumb
question.
people here on this show.
I want to modify the question.
Okay.
Would you believe me if I told you that I found somebody dumber in Florida?
I don't know. I think the one that I found is dumber.
Well, that's the one I'm talking about.
Yeah, but the one before that is not as dumb. Because, yeah, that one I definitely wanted to intro.
How about story number 2?
No, you need to do number 5 first.
Oh, you want to do that one first?
Yeah, because
okay, we can do
number
that.
2. Let's put it this way. Before we even get into number 2 and number 5 here, for most that are watching for the first time, hi, you know me as Sully. If you don't know me as Sully, nice to meet you. JT, especially for those on TikTok, you can't see. But on Twitch and all the other video platforms that we're on, you can see him. We have a strict policy when it comes to the articles that we talk about here on this show. And just about every single one of them has to deal with somebody being stupid.
Yes.
Now, with that being said, and the reason that we're switching these is because this one I heard this morning / yesterday. And it is going to make every single person who is watching via TikTok, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, DLive have a conniption.
All right, folks, tell me what the following items all have in common.
All right. And we'll
811.4 grams of marijuana.
Oh, wait, how much?
811.4.
Oof. Oh.
453.1 grams of tobacco.
That'll make you feel good.
7 cell phones. 4 chargers. 5 vape pens containing THC. 1,364 rolling papers. 11 lighters. 1 drone. 8 drone batteries. 2 sky hooks. Electrical tape. 1 duffel bag. And 1 net bag.
I would say that this sounds like a job for someone to have a party. This sounds like a great idea.
Well, yeah, I mean, definitely the material have one hell of a party.
Yeah, at least.
Here's the problem.
Uh-huh.
A South Bend man, which South Bend is like right there.
Right.
Was arrested for the second time outside of a Westville Correctional Facility while attempting to use a drone to smuggle contraband into the facility. Second time for the same thing.
Is it really bad that I want to know if they took video of this from the drone?
Well, the video there is no videos on the page. It would be nice if we did have video. According to court documents, Indiana State Police, Westville PD, and LCSD responded to the location where the drone had been detected, which was on the south side of the facility inside a local business on US 421 in LaPorte County.
Mr. Mess, this guy again?
Yep. It was also noted that there had been numerous recent reports and cases of individuals flying drones carrying contraband into the facility, and the business where this drone was detected is closed at this time of night. According to court documents, multiple agencies entered the business property, and a sheriff's deputy deployed his canine to track for any individuals on the property. Shortly after announcing the presence of officers, as well as that a canine is there and ready to bite, an individual was spotted running south of the business along US 421, the edge of the property is.
Yeah.
That individual was given commands to stop, and when he did not do so, guess what?
Kaboom.
The canine got released. and given the command to apprehend.
Yeah.
Shortly thereafter, the individual stopped and raised his hands and was detained.
And rightfully so.
The warden for the facility recognized the guy.
Lady Death says, and bite him in the ass. It took a chunk.
Did you put his picture up already?
I did, yes.
Okay, well, the gentleman that he showed you, his name is Zamali Davis.
Oh, Zamali.
But he recognized him from a previous drone trafficking incident on March 2nd of 2025.
Not too bright.
Yeah.
This is a perfect example of why we can't have nice things, folks.
Yep.
Mr. Bunky, Scruff McGruff takes another bite out of crime. And he did. That's for sure. Oh, man. We got to take a break, guys. It's 9 o'clock. When we come back from the break.
We got one more to go.
When we come back from break, we will talk about that other article. Believe me, buckle up because you are all going to be fuming. Fuming. And I'm sure some of you have heard about it. I'm sure some of you have already heard about this, but my God, holy crap. I will give one little hint pertaining to the next story. It does have to do with posting on social media. So, yeah, we're going to get into it. When we come back, we'll get into that. We have the world record story for today. I can't believe I read that. And of course, the dumbass of the week. You are listening and watching the Sully Show right here on Accidental Punch TV and TikTok, which I can technically consider Accidental Punch TV these days. So yeah, that's what we're going to do.
What I call it.
That's what we're going to call it. It's part of Accidental Punch TV is what it is. So, click the follow, subscribe, share the link, tell your friends, because let me tell you, it's going to be a doozy when we come back. The Sully Show will be right back. That's a threat and a promise.
Hi, I'm Dee Wallace, and you're watching and listening to The Sully Show.
When I served, my work was critical, and I don't feel like that's the case anymore.
I lost all of my friends when I got out. Had to start my whole life over.
I didn't know what to do each day. Then my marriage hit a real rough patch.
It got so bad that I was even thinking about suicide. I called the Veterans Crisis Line. I tell my buddies to call in case they ever need it.
When I retired, things slowed way down and lots of bad memories came back. I still go through tough times, but I'm glad I called.
You are not alone.
You are not alone.
You are not alone.
The person on the other end of the line isn't going to judge. Lots of responders are veterans too.
We all need to take care of ourselves. If you're going through a rough time, call the Veterans Crisis Line.
Cagliostro. Holy crap.
We're here. We're queer. Get used to it.
Yeah, it really is. Like, if you're on Twitch, all you have to do is click on the clip button. Wow, holy crap.
Sammy says, I wish they'd do a Midnight Suns series with Morbius.
He is a spy. Clinton Barton. Wow, holy shit. Clint Barton Hawkeye is a spy.
According to St. Petersburg police.
Gay said going all out. Wow. Gay
Wait. Did you just say a gay man is going all out?
According to reports, the man was a military enthusiast who had military collectibles. Wow. Clip that.
VGD specializes in making your memories come to life. Memorabilia from your time in the military, law enforcement, the medical field, or maybe about your own home business. We can get you squared away. Check us out. Reach out to us at VGDshop.com or on Facebook at Facebook.com/Veteran Garden Deco and hang some VGD on your wall today.
and a possible accomplice. Accomplice?
Wow. Kay said he was originally intended to bounce a full 13 miles down the filed coast.
Yes, in Georgia, a Georgia man was the
original Matrix is now a Cinematic classic. It is very much a Cinematic. Wow, holy shit!
Notes that Black Freemasonry founder Prince Hall, Old North.
Over the last couple of weeks, there's been wow, holy shit. Drought. You are watching and listening to The Sully Show right here on Accidental Punch TV. Wow. Have you ever been browsing the interwebs and you found that one video or article where you say to yourself, you know, that person's a complete and total dumbass? Well, if you have, we want it. That's right. Send it on into us, accidentalpunch@gmail.com. Put dumbass of the week in the subject line. Tell us who you are. Post the link to the video or article and send it in, and we'll use it for the show and give credit where credit is due. If you don't want to do that and you're part of our Discord channel, which is free to sign up for, by the way, please post it in our Dumbass of the Week Discord channel. Real simple, real easy. We know who you are that way, and we'll give credit where credit is due. The Dumbass of the Week every Tuesday at between 8 and 10 p.m. Eastern, right here on Accidental Punch TV and The Sully Show. Join the awesomeness. You know you wanna.
Actually done a couple of VGD projects for.
Mostly because, according to Christopher Freilander, wow, holy shit. This is like the perfect time to jump into Lake Michigan. Wow, holy crap. Because we already did the whole in-bed bit. So there you go. Right. It kind of went around the west end of Long Island. Not the west end, sorry, the east end of Long Island. Wow.
Authorities recovered the stolen car a few days later.
Leader? What the?
Yeah, a few days later.
News Channel 5 reports that according to Murphy's, wow, they're starting to do confetti all over, not confetti, wow, graffiti.
Jesus promised to get rid of, do you want to try it?
We're back. Hi, everybody. JT's back too. He's sitting down.
No, I'm not.
You're sitting down. See, I show you sitting down.
What, you want me to stand up?
No, you can sit down. It's okay.
Okay.
I'm just saying, come on into the chat room. Go to twitch.tv/Accidental Punch. Accidental Punch on YouTube, Facebook, DLive, Kick. Yeah, we're all over the place. TikTok too, The Sully Show. Real simple, real easy. Come on in, have some fun with us. Want to say hi to Tracy. She gave us some gifts while we were on vacay, on not vacay, but the break.
Vacation.
Yeah. You know what? It was a little vacation from the show. Yeah. It was, a couple of minutes. It happens. Just saying. Want to say hi to Linda Daniels. Hello. Thanks for tuning in tonight. You have no idea what we're going to be doing next. But I guarantee you, it's going to piss you off. Oh, yeah. It's going to piss you off so
if it
bad.
doesn't, it's definitely going to make you go, what the fuck?
It's going to make you question people and their ability to breed, for certain. It's also going to question what you can and can't post on social media. And
can or shouldn't.
A little bit of everything. How about that? A little bit of everything. Now, the reason that we switched the articles was because, well, in all honesty, it needed to. Because
I'm good with that.
Because, let's face it, this person is a lot dumber than your last person.
Can I say what my reaction was when you sent me the story?
Sure, if you would like to. Yeah.
I thought we got away from bestiality. That was my instant reaction just from reading the title of the article.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, I did notice that Lady Death went in and checked the prep sheet after we told her we.
I kind of told her to. I said, you got to check out some of the titles.
Like, just looking at some of the stuff, you're like, holy crap. Is this really a thing? Is this really happening? And we're like, yep, it's a thing.
Sadly, Nikaya, yes, it is.
It's a thing. Oh, yeah. Now, again, we here at the Sully Show have to preface that we do not condone any of these type of actions anywhere. Anywhere. Now, a lot of people would say this is certainly Dumbass of the Week material.
Which it is.
It is. Absolutely. It fits our criteria for the show.
Oh, yeah.
However, and I stress the however, we're going to take a little trip. Just a little one.
3-hour tour.
Down to Florida.
Darn, I thought we were going north to oregano.
Nope. We're going to the armpit of the nation.
No. It's the nation's wang.
You know what? I don't even think it deserves that. Not with these type of people. And again, that is not bashing the good people that are actually down in Florida, and they know who they are.
Hey, even Bob calls them out.
He does. Mr. Mess says the sweaty taint.
Yeah, don't get us started on the taint stuff.
Yep, we got a whole show on that.
3 hours.
Was it 3 hours or was it 4?
4. I'm
pretty sure it was 4.
My bad. 4 hours on that one, yeah. That's how traumatized I was from that show. I forgot an hour of it.
Well, friends, a Florida influencer was arrested for doing the nasty. Yes, that's right, the nasty. Or as some people would say, the vertical polka. Yes, the vertical polka.
With 2 backs.
But here's the worst part. Well, part of the worst part. I'll save the worst part for last. Not only was she arrested for doing the deed, but she got paid for it too. $500. Also, posted it on social media, which here on the Sully Show, we have been recommending that you don't do shit like this for years.
At least 10 years. At least 10 years.
At least. Now, here's where everybody's going to get pissed off. Buckle up, folks. You're in for a wild ride. Open up that beer. Do whatever you need to.
Is Brewer still here?
Oh, I'm sure he's lurking somewhere. However, not only did this Florida influencer do all of these things, but it was with her dog. TikTok, I wish you could see JT's face right now. I want to say hi to my buddy Kelly. She just joined via TikTok. Hello, darling. I miss you. Good to see you. You came at a great time. Yes. A great
or a
time.
terrible time, depending on how you're looking at it.
A little bit of both. How about that? A little bit of both.
Nikaya says, "Oh, how I wish I still drank."
The Florida influencer, also known as Logan Gominski, 27 years old, charged with 2 felonies: sexual activity involving an animal and filming said activity involving the animal. Nalia, I want to say hello. How are you? Welcome to the insane asylum. I'm sure you came at a great time.
One of the things that makes this even worse is she is a self-described dog mom.
Yes. Logan's lady that says it was a guy? No.
No.
Florida influencer and dog mom has been arrested after she filmed herself having sex with her pet chihuahua before sharing the sickening videos with her 15,000 Instagram followers.
Let me just... Chihuahua. She did this shit with a chihuahua.
She wanted to make sure she wasn't going to get hurt.
Have you seen a chihuahua? Those things will rip your face off. Those are some nasty dogs. Let's go.
Mr. Mess, what the actual F?
Gets better, sir. Gets better.
27-year-old Logan Gominski was charged with sexual activity involving an animal and filming sexual activity involving an animal, both felonies. Back in January, officials received information from an anonymous tip that Gominski posted a video to Instagram depicting sexual activity with a dog. Authorities then found several photos and videos of Gominski with the abused animal. According to a statement from police, she admitted to creating and sharing the video with another social media user who requested it and paid $500, and that she had been involved in sexual activity with another dog, and the videos of both incidents were still stored on her cell phone. Gominski was...
Again.
And she kept it.
Again, I stress that I can't stress this enough. Stop posting stupid shit like that on social media.
And also stop having sex with animals.
That is a very important part as well.
Nikaya's like, what? Or she said, to quote her, WTF did she do? Put peanut butter on her woohoo and let the dog lick it off? Questions I really don't want to ask.
No.
But I kind of want to know the answer.
Sammy, hold on. Sammy, you get... Nope, that's not... Without missing a beat, and he knows that I would probably have asked that, he said, did she at least turn the phone sideways to get the whole view?
This would be the one time that we pray she didn't.
Take a bow, sir. The floor is yours.
But she probably did because it would be a little easier to hold it that way.
Probably a little bit. Or use the tripod. Yeah. Even better.
Nikaya says, gotta get the panoramic view.
Oh, God. Meg said that just made me mad. Which part? Us making fun of her with the jokes or what she did? Because we're not done the video either. Let's go.
Was released on a $10,000 bond and according to court documents is due to appear in court for an arraignment hearing on April 22nd.
Well, hopefully they took the dog away from her.
I hope so. I really do.
Well, and here's the thing is she needs to change her moniker from Dog Mom since she got paid for it, to dog whore.
Yeah, I can see that.
Just saying.
I can see that. Meg says, what she did makes me mad. Listen, right there with you.
Oh, yeah.
Right there with you.
Sometimes you get so mad you just got to laugh about it.
Oh, sometimes it's just like, how? How are these people here? What in their right mind possesses you to go, you know what's going to be fun? I'm going to do this. With a chihuahua.
Well, what about, I mean, folks, a little quick background here, okay? On the Sully Show, we have done bestiality stories to include dolphins.
Yep.
Horses.
Yep.
Snakes.
Yep.
Chickens.
Yep.
Cats.
Mm-hmm.
One attempted one with the gorilla.
Didn't that person get hurt really bad?
That's why it was only attempted. And several, I don't want to say many, but several others.
Yeah.
And it's been, and it's why I made the comment that I did to Sully when he sent me, it's been a long time since we've had one of these stories.
Right? Now, don't get me wrong. Definitely dumbass material.
Yes. But, you know, I mean, and that was why I said, I thought we got away from the bestiality stuff.
Nope.
I guess not.
It was going to rear its ugly head sooner or later.
The other one was a porcupine.
Oh, yeah, the porcupine.
Remember the porcupine one?
The porcupine. Oh, that was years ago. Oh, my gosh. Lady
that
Death
was
says...
around the time of the Taint Show.
Yeah, I think so. Lady Death says, social media has taken away the effects of accountability. Nobody thinks they can be held accountable anymore because it's all online and they no longer think that counts. Listen, at least it wasn't a whole OnlyFans page, okay? Because that would have been...
Every time.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure it's going to happen.
Yeah. Give it time.
I'm sure it's going to happen. Want to say hi to any 18713 joining via TikTok. Hello. We do talk about dumb shit.
Yes, we do.
Just letting you know, we stick around to a PG-13. So if you're just joining us, we were just talking about a Florida influencer. And again, I don't like that term influencer because that's the wrong word and the wrong term to use for this situation.
Well, she did influence her way to jail.
True. What not to do, folks?
Yeah. And it's happening so much lately between the YouTubers and the... I'm almost positive that we could start a weekly... They put it on video.
Yeah.
Segment.
Yeah.
For the show.
It's bad. Want to say hi to Maria Cruz. Hello. How are you? Good to see you. Megan says, the guy with the sheeps, pigs, chickens, and horses. Yeah, we've done those too.
Mm-hmm.
That sounded
Nakai
wrong.
says, I would say that our rating is between PG-13 and NC-17 from now.
Yeah.
After that story, I think we kind of might have violated the PG-13 level, kind of like the Chihuahua violated her.
Lady Death, everyone wants to be an influencer nowadays. Screw that. We create content. If somebody is influenced by us, that's on them, not us.
That's why we always used to say, folks, when you come and watch this show, you will walk away a little bit dumber than when you came in.
We also say you're on your own, folks. Good luck.
Yes.
On your own. On your own. Simple as that. Dumb assholes.
Yeah. I would have to agree.
I'm getting pissed off. We need something happy.
Well, how about we talk about the longest marriage ever?
Sure.
Okay,
That sounds
we can
like
do
fun.
that. I kind of like that one. I really do. And by the way, they were very specific about this. That it is a marriage between different sexes.
Okay. All right. That's fine. What do we got?
Well, I'm trying to bring the other story up here in a second. So, folks, this will be the 144th live show. One world record story in it.
That's
and
true.
like I said, this week's record story is the longest marriage ever between different sexes.
Oh.
That would be a gentleman by the name of David Jacob Hiller.
Okay. Nice name.
And a lady by the name of Sarah Davy Hiller.
You know what? I mean, they share last names. They got to be married.
You would think. Both of them were born in 1780s. Actually, he was born in 1789. She was born 1792.
Okay. So this is a long time ago.
Yes, sir. She passed away
Mm-hmm.
April of 1898.
Aw.
And he passed away in July of 1899. Wow. They were married for almost 90 years.
Damn. So wait a minute. So that's long for that time period.
Yep.
Holy crap.
Yeah, that's what I said when I saw it. Let's see here. Their marriage lasted a whopping 88 years, 349 days, becoming, in fact, the longest marriage ever.
Good for them.
The Hillers have been recognized as record holders for the title of the longest marriage between different sexes, even after a thorough study of Sarah David Hiller's death certificate, which was dated April 1898. She lived to be an incredible 106 years and 23 days old before she passed away due to old age after a light illness.
I applaud
She was
you,
born in
lady.
1792. Wow, I keep getting that backwards.
Say again?
And she has been married since the age of 18.
All right.
To her spouse, Jacob.
Nice.
Who, by the way, was still alive at the time of her death, like I said before. They were wed on the 23rd of April in Jamestown, Canada in 1809.
That's love right there.
The following year, just to give you an idea, Napoleon Bonaparte would marry his second wife, Marie of Austria. And almost exactly 1 year later, Beethoven would compose the now renowned piece, Für Elise.
Wow.
Jacob was 3 years older than her. And, yeah. As reported in an 1880 census document after settling in the United States, Jacob worked as a farmer while Sarah, quote, tended to the house, unquote.
Housewife.
They were both laid to rest in the city of Elkton, Michigan.
Wow.
88 years.
That's impressive.
349 days.
That's impressive, especially today, because marriages only last.
Think about it, 16 years or 16 days away from 89 years.
That's impressive. Really is.
Some good shit right there. You're lucky to see anything the last 16 years these days, let alone 88 years.
Most marriages don't make it past 10.
My third one did.
Then what happened?
It's still going. You almost got me on that one.
I did get you on that one.
Almost. Now, folks, I do want to tell you one thing here. Well, I'm sorry. That, my friends, is the world record story for the 144th live show in a row. Now, I want to tell you something, folks.
What?
There were 3 stories that were debated on tonight for Dumbass of the Week.
I thought there was 4.
Oh, yep, 4. One was the guy that got arrested in India.
Yep.
The YouTube influencer.
Again,
the
not
other
an
was,
influencer.
or another one was the drone guy.
Yep.
Another one was the Instagram influencer.
Yep.
Dog mom. Think about those 3 stories and just imagine how bad the Dumbass of the Week is.
Yeah. Yeah.
But before we get to that,
Yep.
hey, Sully,
Yes.
I think it's time to do this.
It's time for I Can't Believe I Read That! That's right. It's time for I Can't Believe I Read That, where we take 5 news articles from the good old interwebs and we kind of do the, huh? What? Did I just read that? Did I just watch that? Did I just see that? By the way, I want to say hi to Ant, Rockin' Robin, and Boozy just came in the chat room as well. Hello, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. You're joining us just in time. It's time for I Can't Believe I Read That. If you got an article or video where you see it online and you read the title and read the article and you just go, huh? What? How is this a thing? Send it to us. accidentalpunch@gmail.com. Put I can't believe I read that in the subject line. Tell us who you are. Post the link and we'll use it for the show and give credit where credit is due. This week has been a very entertaining week when it comes to this type of thing in the news. And not for nothing. If we make you laugh just once, then we did our jobs. You know? Boozy wants to know what's the email? accidentalpunch@gmail.com. Like I said, put I can't believe I read that in the subject line. Post the link, and we'll give credit where credit is due. This first one. Whew. Not too bright. Not too bright. And there's video to go along with it. So yes, I'm going to let the news people, yes, the people who do this professionally, take over from here. Because why not? Why not? And I have a feeling, just a strong feeling, that if you thought the story before pissed you off, this one is going to be the icing on the cake. Wouldn't you agree, JT?
I don't know. I haven't read it.
Well, you will. And it's going to be a doozy. So much so, in fact, you're going to lose faith in some people. And it's very rare that I lose faith in a certain group of people. Okay? Very, 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 very rare.
You know, about every week.
Well, I mean, yeah. Yeah. You're not wrong on that. Here's what I mean.
A Farmington couple arrested after allegations of keeping a 15-year-old locked in a chicken coop for months.
But as Sasha shows us, what they told investigators does not align with what's on their cell phones.
Drug Sully.
So again, the couple that you see right there, arrested for allegedly, I hate when they freaking use that term, But you have to say those words now.
No, we don't have to.
It's true. We don't have to. You did it. Okay. You're guilty. If you're arrested for doing stupid shit and there's record of it, there's no allegedly. Legally, they have to say that type of thing, though. But yes, they kept a child locked up in a chicken coop. Let's rock and roll.
Farmington police sharing almost 100 clips of video and photos with us. Back in September, an investigation began on the two people you see right behind me. That's Jamie Jackson and Patricia Madrid. Jackson's daughter telling investigators the couple kept her in a chicken coop for months, starving her.
Just keep rolling.
Yep, I'm just gonna. Yep.
It's September 20th when Farmington police show up at this house. Officers ready to execute a search warrant after allegations.
Okay, first of all, I have to laugh. For those that are not watching this full screen, you need to make this full screen in order to see this. Right above the shoulder of the police officer here is a warning sign that says, "Smile, you're on camera."
Smile, you're about to be too.
Of child abuse. A 15-year-old telling them her father, Jamie Jackson, and his girlfriend, Patricia Madrid, kept her in a chicken coop and starved her.
Ma'am, you need to come back out.
Madrid letting officers in the home, and another officer spots Jackson.
Farmington Police Department with a search warrant. Come out now.
He comes out of a door with his hands up, telling officers he was inside asleep. They don't buy it and think he was trying to escape.
So he's been in here, and she knew he was in here, and that's why she's stalling.
Yeah, well, and she's like, yeah, he should be in there.
According to an arrest warrant, investigators say a 15-year-old girl with autism, ADHD, and fetal alcohol syndrome was locked in a chicken coop for months with earmuffs and a blind.
I don't know how much more of a trifecta you can get with this.
Right.
An autistic girl, 15, in a chicken coop with ADHD also, and fetal alcohol syndrome. What?
Should have been taken away from him at birth.
Blindfold.
Found a padlock over here, a chain over here.
She was allegedly only allowed to use the restroom twice a day and was barely fed. She told officers she was forced to stand out in the cold winter weather.
The allegations are of possible child abuse.
Detectives speaking both.
Possible? No. And don't get me wrong, I know they have to do the whole allegedly thing, but no. Anything involving a child like this situation is child abuse.
To Madrid and Jackson.
Mainly, James is the one who talks to her and tells her to sit in the corner.
Oh, she threw him under the bus real quick, didn't she? Woo-hoo. Oh, James is the one who does it. Yeah.
Any other discipline?
No.
And whenever I talk to James, what do you think he's gonna say about all this?
Probably that she's lying.
But so that's gonna hurt her.
Being locked in a coop. Oh.
Why do you think she would say something like that?
Well, she does a lot of lying.
Text between the two.
First and foremost, dude, the girl's 15 and autistic with ADHD and fetal alcohol syndrome. She doesn't know what lying is.
Right.
Let's go on.
To show what's believed to be the teen in the chicken coop. And several text message exchanges include these texts. January 30th, Madrid says, did you feed her? Ice cream, then ramen, no water if she asks. February 14th, Jackson says, well, I Googled it. Having her stand in one spot wearing earmuffs and eye mask is abuse, so we need to figure something out. Madrid replies, I'm working on it. April 5th, Madrid says, her bathroom is 7:45 and 5 p.m. Why is she in there all day? And July 15th, Madrid says, the rest of the day, don't feed her. She goes on to say, I told you don't feed her, but you say I'm abusive. Don't feed her until she's dying for food and starving. Jackson replies, I know it's stupid and okay. Madrid then says, the rest of the day, don't feed her. Don't feed her until she's hungry and asks for food or steals it.
Megan says, reminds me of the parents that used to lock their kids in the dog crate and never feed them. Yes, it also reminds me of a little situation that we have here in Connecticut right now that's going on between a stepmother who locked her son up in a house for over 20 years and held him captive.
Yep, that was last week.
Yes.
That we talked about.
And it's still going on.
After 5 months of investigating, Madrid and Jackson were arrested, facing 14 different charges. Jackson is due in court on Friday. As for Madrid, just 8 days after being arrested, she was shot and killed near her home. Doug back.
Shot and killed!
Makes you wonder what she did to get shot. But he needs to be arrested, put in jail, under the jail, and the key thrown away.
Somebody look that up. I want to know what happened to her. Because to me, she got off easy.
Oh, yeah.
And that's me being nice.
Back to you.
Investigators sharing video of the person they want to talk to about that killing. If you know anything, call Farmington Police.
Oh, they don't even know. But if there's video, please, by all means, share it with the Farmington Police. What? Shit like that. Oh, people.
Let's see.
Where are we going next?
Farmington Police say they were called to a home for shooting where they found Patricia Madrid shot. Medics rushed her to the hospital where she later died.
Also known as dumb.
They did release pictures of a person of interest in her shooting.
Oh.
But no details as to what happened.
Oh.
So next we are going to go to the Pagedale Police Department.
Oh,
this is a two-part story. Part one is going to be done by video.
Oh.
And part two is just going to be a quick update. But you hear all the time, especially around the 4th of July and all that kind of stuff, with the fireworks and everything, to keep an eye on your pets, keep an eye, especially your dogs, because they can get spooked.
Yep.
And run away and break out and disappear. Well, I wouldn't really think that would be the case with the doggie that escaped this time.
Really?
Yeah.
You know what? Now that I just clicked on the link, I'm right there with you. Let's take a look, shall we?
Yeah, I mean, this is definitely an interesting one.
A Pagedale canine officer, apparently spooked by yesterday's storms, has been missing now for the past 2 nights. 5 on your side's Robert Townsend is tracking the search for Raider.
And by the way, this specific article was posted on April 3rd. So, yeah. Want to say hi to Julie, who just came in on TikTok. Hello, good to see you.
These are pictures of Radar, the 3-year-old Pagedale canine officer now missing. Chief Anthony Huckleberry says around 11 Wednesday night, Radar got out of his kennel in his handler's backyard in Florissant and ran off. Investigators believe the 70-plus pound Dutch Shepherd may have gotten frightened by a falling tree during a storm. Within 3 hours after he disappeared, 2 neighbors' Ring doorbell cameras caught the missing canine on video in Florissant. Police from Pagedale, St. Louis City, and County have searched many areas for Radar, including here near Shackleford and Charbonnier in North County. But so far, no sign of the canine officer. Radar is
Don't most canines have the GPS tracker in them now?
Some do, some don't.
To
All depends
track
on
drug and other
it depends on the
crime
municipality.
Yeah. Let's go on.
Now, due to his specialized training, police are asking if you see him, do not approach him. Officer Justin Cole has been Radar's handler and partner ever since the beloved canine cop joined the force. Cole says, I am going to keep searching until I find my dog. Robert Townsend, 5 on your side.
And Raider is wearing his black and white police collar. If you spot him, you can call the Pagedale Police Department. That number is 314-726.
We'll just stop it there because...
The nice part is we don't need the phone number anymore.
No.
Because 2 days later, and there's no video for this, 2 days later, an update was released.
Oh.
Yeah, Pagedale, Missouri. The police department announced on Saturday morning that 3-year-old Raider has been found and he is safe.
Yay!
We are excited, the department said. Thank you for all the community support. Pagedale Police Chief Anthony Huckleberry, I love that last name, said a 3-year-old Raider was in his kennel. Let's try that again. 3-year-old Raider was in his kennel in his handler's backyard at around 11 p.m. Wednesday when he was spooked by a fallen tree and escaped. He was wearing his vest within hours after he disappeared. A lot of the same stuff. I'm trying to find him. They don't say when they found him.
Just that they returned home.
Yep. Just that he is home and he is safe. And you guys know me. I'm a dog person, so to know that he is back with his handler and everything, and that just shows you no matter training an animal has, natural instinct can kick in and maybe gone in a heartbeat.
Truth. Well, this next one, we're going all the way to Florida. Again, we seem to go to Florida quite a lot.
Quite a lot. Yes, we do.
Quite a lot. Yep. Florida middle school principal arrested.
Oh, boy.
Oh, for scanning at Walmart.
What?
Yep. Quote, I did something dumb.
Jesus Christ!
Florida middle school principal said he did something dumb after he was arrested at Walmart for trying a shoplifting tactic he claims his friends told him would work. Listen, just that line alone, as an adult, which I don't normally admit to, gives me a fucking headache.
We're down to $22 now, folks.
Nope, we're down to 26. Sorry, 27. I'm keeping track.
Did you get the one from me earlier?
Yes. Hence 27. Bach Academy North Principal Gregory Lewis was at a Winter Haven Walmart in Polk County on March 29th when an asset protection officer, also known as the guy who makes sure that you're not stealing. They've changed the names over the years for these people. Observed him skip scanning at the checkout. But not just any checkout, the self-checkout. Lewis had been caught placing a bag of disposable foam plates between more expensive items to steal them and only pay for the cheaper items. He tried to steal a large pack of light bulbs, bacon, and frozen butterfly shrimp totaling $37.45. The middle school principal admitted to the crime, told Winter Haven police during his arrest that his friends had told him about shoplifting tactic and that he wanted to try it out for himself. Now, I don't know how I feel about this.
A crook is a crook.
Agreed. And as he put it, we sit around talking, hey, I did this, let me try and see what I can get away with. Quote, I did something dumb today, and I understand it. Following his arrest, Lewis was booked into the Polk County Jail on a petite theft charge. Small one. Just a small one.
Petite theft charge?
Just petite. Because that's how they spelled it.
Or is it petty?
It's petty, but they spelled it petite.
Nice.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And this is a principle, folks.
Quality control.
This is a principle.
Mm-hmm.
A school principal.
And in charge of your kids. Devil's advocate.
Oh, okay. What's your devil's advocate?
Everybody makes mistakes.
No.
He's owned up to it.
Agreed.
And he's going to do the time, pay the punishment for it.
I will back you up on, yes, everyone makes mistakes.
If this is the only thing that he has done. Now, technically, the only thing he's probably been caught for. Devil's advocate side of me say, forgive, but not forget.
But the problem is, he is a school principal.
Understand. Held to a higher standard and all that good stuff.
Exactly.
But again,
and there he is.
Can be forgiven.
Right there.
It's going to be up to the school board and all that good stuff of what happened. So.
Oh, absolutely, 100%.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you could technically use this as a lesson to the children of what not to do, but come on, seriously?
Yeah, I agree.
But according to the end of the article, he isn't the first school principal caught trying to underpay for goods. And Meg on TikTok says, what a damn role model.
Right? All the principals got together and said, hey, you should try it.
Yeah.
See if you can get away with it.
Where's this next
Steal
one?
$33 worth of food. Actually, this next one we did, but it was quite a while ago. And the only thing that made me started watching the video.
Oh.
But we are going to Columbus, Ohio, where police officers arrested a man for suspected of burglarizing a pet store.
Oh, it's this guy.
And here's the funny thing, or the gross thing. I don't know whichever way you want to take it. But they also found gerbils in his pants.
No.
Yep. And there's video.
Yay. There's video.
Mr. Pancake, you're on your ground.
Don't move.
Get on your belly. Get on your belly.
On your belly. On your belly.
Roll. Get on your belly, Mr. Pancake.
Mr. Pancake.
Get on the wall, Pancake. Get on your...
Is that his name, Mr. Pancake? Is that really his name?
I don't see a name in here.
Tell me, you heard it, right? I'm going to rewind it.
An Ohio man is accused of breaking into a pet store and setting many of the animals loose. Columbus Division of Police officers responded to reports of a break-in at a restaurant in the Hilliard Shopping Center around 3 a.m. on July 9th.
Right.
Authorities learned that Petland, about 100 yards away from the restaurant, was also broken into. According to the police, the door to the pet store was open, and animals, including dogs, birds, ferrets, rabbits, and gerbils, were roaming free. Authorities rounded up several of the animals that were also found loose outside. Police found the suspect about an hour later sleeping on a freaking bench. Quote, "We recovered several gerbils inside his pants." Unquote.
Pulled a gerbil out of his pant leg.
Said Sergeant Joe Albert. Pet landowners told WSYX that several dog kennels were smashed with a rock. A veterinarian was called to examine the animals, and it is unclear what charges the suspect will be facing.
Wait a minute. This is great.
Gal, there is a gerbil.
Oh, there's a animal abuse.
What the heck? I got a gerbil. What the heck? There's
Multiple gerbils.
gerbils in his pants.
Multiple gerbils recovered.
They wanted to keep them safe and warm.
Can you imagine?
I don't want to imagine. I don't think.
Wait a minute. Now, mind you, son of a cop here, okay? We know that there are people out there that listen to CB radios all the time for police, fire, all that. Could you imagine you're sitting there and you're one of these CB radio enthusiasts, right? And you're listening to what's going on and you hear, "We pulled multiple gerbils from his pants."
I'd be in my car with my camera.
I would be dying.
Micaiah says, "Is that a gerbil in your pocket, or are you happy to see me?" Wait a minute, that damn thing moved. Holy shit, get away from me. It's alive.
If it went up his leg, it would have been close. We would have had our first ever human being with a gerbil up his butt. Oh my God.
For the gerbil's sake, let's hope that doesn't happen.
Right?
Of course,
right.
You know, if you watch Family Guy, we know that it already has.
Want to say hi to Faith, who just came in watching via TikTok. Hello. And this last one, we're going to Arizona because we do have to finish it up.
Real quick, Big Tank says, "I would be on the phone with my friend who is a 911 dispatcher and beg for a copy of the whole transcript from that arrest."
Right? That would be phenomenal.
Yes, it would.
That would be phenomenal.
Yavapai. Yavapia?
We're going to Yavapai County, Arizona. It's probably the best way I can pronounce it. Yavapai or Yavapai, maybe? Yavapai?
Well, it'd be AE because it ends AI. Maybe the AI is silent. Yavapa.
Where an Arizona driver was busted after a crash. Now, most people are like, "Oh, okay, it was just a crash." No. This one's got a little bit more detail to it because they were busted with their finger stuck in a White Claw.
Knowing what the dumbass of the story is, knowing what the dumbass of the week story is, I quit.
"I'm totally perfect," said the driver to the deputies after swerving off the road and hitting a guardrail.
Almost dropped my White Claw. Was fine till then.
Oh my God. So this happened last November. And deputies got a call for a possible DUI driver on Saturday, November 23rd. So they decided, okay, well, let's check it out. And once they searched the car, The car hit a guardrail and blocked the roadway. Deputy approached the car. The driver was trying to get his finger out of a White Claw can. JT, stop it. You're making me laugh too hard.
No, I'll turn off my camera, okay?
No, don't turn the camera off. You're just making me laugh too hard. The officer approached the vehicle after a few seconds pass before the driver rolls down the window. Body cam footage shared by the sheriff's office shows them interacting, and the driver fidgets with a can of hard seltzer to get it off his right hand. And the officer seriously asks, "What do you got on your finger there?" The driver replies with, So the officer says, "White Claw. So what's going on? You okay?" "I'm totally perfect." And yes, we have the audio and video, and I want to show it. Because why not? Oh my God, you can't make this shit up. You really can't. You can't make this shit up. I really wish you could, but you can't. It is that damn good. Here we go. Here's the video and audio.
What you got on your finger there? White Claw. So what's going on? You okay?
I'm totally perfect.
You're totally okay?
No, he's not.
Just an empty can I like to play with while I'm driving down. See if I can make it fall off my finger just by swinging it around.
That, my friends, is this week's I Can't Believe I Read That. If you got an article, send it on over to us, accidentalpunch@gmail.com. But I can't believe I read that in the subject line. Post the link. We'll give credit where credit is due and use it for the show. We now have to do this.
You people are idiots. Welcome back, dumbass. Dumbass. Got anything for that, dumbass? Well, April Fool, dumbass.
It's time for the Dumbass of the Week.
Dumbasses. Dumbass. You dumbasses? 300 million sperm. That's the one that got through.
Yes, that is the one that got through. It is now time for the Dumbass of the Week, where we take all those wonderful people from the good old interwebs and, well, we bring that one special person to the forefront. Yes, the one who should never, ever in a million years procreate. The Darwin Award winner, folks. Yes, that's right. I said it. The one that would actually make Darwin roll over in his grave.
Not only was he the Darwin Award winner, he also got a consolation prize for his law.
Yeah, that's the cousin. So this happened very, very recently, and we're going all the way to El Paso, Texas.
April 3rd.
Yeah, April 3rd. And you know what? I'm just going to let the video speak for us.
New this morning, Customs and Border agents making a major drug bust at the port of Naco. CBP says they arrested a 46-year-old man from Mexico for
46-year-old man from Mexico. Yep. Here we go.
Trying to smuggle in meth across the border on Tuesday. Officials say during an inspection of this man's truck, they found 26 packages of meth in a hidden compartment. They say in all, there was about 160 pounds of meth with an estimated street value of more than $167,000.
Drugs are bad. You shouldn't do drugs. If you do them, you're bad. because drugs are bad, okay? It's a bad thing to do drugs, so don't be bad by doing drugs, okay? That'd be bad. Yeah. Drugs are bad, okay?
There's a slight issue with that video that you just played, Sully.
What's the issue?
Well, one, they said he was 46 years old.
Yep.
In the article, it says he was 26.
Typo.
Yeah.
Let's go on.
The drugs were seized and the man was turned over to ICE agents.
Portia Moore and her family were supposed
of course,
to take
now that he
photos.
was turned over to ICE agents, that's probably a bad thing in a lot of the situations that's going on. But yeah, I think it was more of a typo. I really do. Especially...
you know what? I don't. I think these are two separate stories.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
So we had the video.
Yep, we had the video.
In the article, it says Border Patrol officers say they seized methamphetamine from a man attempting to hide the unusual spot on his body.
Yes.
While crossing an international checkpoint.
So here's where I'm wondering where things happen. Because I'm going to say that she just didn't want to say it the right way. Either that, or it was in the truck, and they just glazed over the part that the drugs that were being pushed over the Mexican border was up this kid's ass.
I don't know. I mean, it feels like two totally different. Because if you scroll down and you look at the picture.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
They didn't have any picture like that in the video.
No, they did not. And for those that are like, well, show us the picture.
The drugs were hidden on the body of a 26-year-old man who is not immediately identified, making his way back into the U.S. The agency said the seizure of the drugs was made just after 4 a.m. when the U.S. citizen arrived as a pedestrian from Mexico.
Yeah.
So this is two different stories. They screwed up.
Well, either way, drugs are bad.
A primary CBP officer selected the man for a secondary exam following a short interview. A drug-sniffing dog searched him and provided a positive alert. An officer then performed a partial pat-down exam and discovered 2 packages concealed between the man's buttocks, weighing a total of 0.32 pounds of methamphetamine. He was immediately taken into custody and turned over to Homeland Security Investigation Special Agents. He was facing importation of controlled substance charges.
I got shot in the buttocks.
There you go, folks. A 2-for-1 on Dumbass of the Week when we didn't think it was a 2-for-1.
Nope. But hey, it worked because dumb either way.
Crazy. Oh, my God.
Either way. That, my friends, is this week's Dumbass of the Week. If you have a contender, send it to us to accidentalpunch@gmail.com. Post the link in our Discord channel for Dumbass of the Week. We'll use it for the show and give credit where credit is due. We got to get out of here. It's after 10 o'clock. I got another video to post and all that good shit. But, JT, my friend, do me a favor. Go for it.
All right, you can follow me, JT, in a couple of different places. You want to follow the music on Facebook, do a search for the JT Hollis fan page. And if you want to follow the woodworking on Facebook, do a search for Veteran Garden Deco. On the interwebs, you can check me out at vgdshop.com.
That's right. You can also follow me on all of the social media networks that are out there. Facebook, The Sully Show, as well as Accidental Punch. You can follow me on TikTok, The Sully Show. I'm on Kick, D-Live, YouTube, Accidental Punch. We're all over. Make sure you click the follow, the subscribe button. Ring the bell to be notified every single time that we go live or we post new videos. And of course, we're here to make you laugh. So make sure you come on down and have some fun and interact with us. You can do so in many, many different ways. Want to say hi to my man Alfred, who just joined on TikTok. Hello, dude. Good to see you, man. Miss you. It's been a while. Stick around on TikTok. We'll do a little after the show thing, but we are going to do a raid. Don't forget, Monday nights, we're going to be talking about dairy Daredevil. That's right. We're going to try and go for a 2-episode run again for Daredevil Born Again, starting at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on Accidental Punch for Avenger Pretenders. And coming up in the end of April, 2 Ewoks in the Park comes back with some Star Wars shows. It's going to be great. We'll see you guys next week. Be safe. Have a great one. Bye-bye.
Screw you guys, I'm getting him.
You're listening to The Sully Show. They got the mustard.
Screw you. Man, there was so much shit tonight. I don't know to pick on, but I'll tell you what, I'm pooped.
That was a good one. Want to thank everybody for joining us live. We are going to do a raid on Twitch, so if you're watching, come on down. Let's have some fun and let's go treat somebody with some love. We're going to treat somebody with love. Let's see. Who do we got on today? Got lots of... No, is she on? Holy shit. Trisha's on.
Trisha?
Trisha's on.
Yep.
And it's 9 days until her birthday. Oh, it's game on. We're doing it. Let's go give her some love. Our former co-host, Sim Trisha, is live right now, and we're going to go give her the love that she deserves because she is on. She is playing. She's actually streaming. Oh, my buddy, my pal. I love her. You guys love her. You know the drill. Punchers unite because that's the way we roll. Let's do this shit. Yeah. And for those on TikTok, stick around because we're going to have some fun. Let's do this. Punchers unite. We'll see you guys next time. The raid is beginning as soon as the rainbow ball of death on the Mac here is completed, because that's how we roll.
30, 29.
Oh, don't
28.
worry. We're starting the raid right now. Let's go have some fun. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye. do do